Hi, welcome to my channel. So, have you ever, if you're above 40 and above, this video is for you. Have you gone to Google and search how to move to Canada if you're above 40? And whatever you've read there, you ended up thinking it's too late for you, wondering, is that all? Because the news you got on Google is so disappointing. Well, this video is for you, and I'm going to explain to you how you can move to Canada, even if you're above 40, the quickest, the easiest way for you. So stay tuned up to the end and kindly subscribe to my channel. I'm going to explain step by step for you so that it's going to help you to make the decision whether you want to go to Canada or not. So stay tuned. So the employer is the one who will give you the job, is the one who is participating under the RCIP program, where they have told the government that in our provinces we lack certain skills and these are the types of job we want. So they'll of course register themselves in that program. Now your work is to go on that website and look at the jobs which are being offered. If it matches with the skills that you have, apply for that job. Then, if you pass the interview and the employer is happy with the skills that you're offering, and you convince them that you can do the job, they'll offer you a letter of employment. Now, when you have that letter of employment, the employer is going to communicate with their government, their Canada government. So the employer is going to talk to the government that is under the IRCC, the Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship of Canada, that they've gotten somebody who has the skills. This is the offer letter. These are what the requirements of the stuff. So now the IRCC, they're going to give you now the permanent residency as a result of you getting that job offer under the RCIP program. So that's basically in a nutshell how it operates. And of course, now you, on the other hand, so now you can apply for the work visa because already the employer has already reported you to get that work visa under the permanent residency under the IRCC program. All right, so after the employer has already recommended you under the IRCC, now you, on the other hand, you are going to apply for the work visa. Okay, they have, because already the employer has already opened the door for you because they have already told the government in Canada that, hey, this is the person we want them to come to Canada to do this type of job, which we are lacking in our provinces under the RCAP program. So here are the details. Now you can go ahead and apply for the work visa under the Canada Embassy, and of course in the process you also get the permanent residency, and that's basically how you move to Canada under the RCRP program. That is the rural program where they want to match people who have the skills with the lack of talent in Canada, especially in the rural areas. So if you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you. And of course, my comment section is open. Remember, the RCIP program is for rural area. You're going to move to the rural area. This is areas that are in the interior of Canada, not the capital city, no. And remember, they're looking for people who have the skills. So they don't look at the age. They look at, can you do the job? Do you have the skills? Do you meet the requirement? All right. And once you get this opportunity, please, when you move with your family, make sure you do the job because that's the only way it's going to guarantee you to get that permanent resident. When you get the opportunity, also make sure you obey the laws of the country so that you have an easier time to settle, to assimilate, and of course your family to enjoy the fruits of the labor. So guys, I wish you all the best, and of course, do comment in the comment section if you have any questions, and kindly subscribe to my channel. So what is the RCIP program? This is a highly favorable community-driven and employee-led program designed to help skilled workers secure Canadian permanent residency while living in smaller rural and remote areas. It is considered one of the most accessible paths to PR due to lower competition and specific needs in demand occupation target. So the key benefit of joining the RCIP program, okay? It's a direct pathway to PR, that is getting your permanent residence. Successful application, they receive a permanent residency, often without needing temporary visas first. Then there's lower competition. It's literally unlike express entry. The RCAP has a smaller application pool. Then community support. Participants often receive personalized settlement support, making it easier to adapt to Canadian life. Also, you get lower cost of living. Smaller communities offer more affordable housing compared to major cities. Then it's family friendly. All right, the program allows you to bring your family. So this is very tailor made, for people who want to move to Canada, and of course the Canada in those rural areas where they lack in certain skills. So you're literally being accepted in the community of Canada, and also make your life easier with you and your family, because they need your skills and you have the skills. They're giving you the permanent residency. You go there, you settle with your family, you become part and parcel of the community, and of course, you end up putting down your roots and be able to invest in Canada, and of course, save and creating a lifelong life in Canada. All right. So to be eligible for the RCIP, you must meet specific requirement. One of it is job offer. You must get a job offer from your employer who's based in Canada. Then once you have secured the designated employer in one of the participating rural or remote communities, then community recommendation. The community must recommend your application based on their economic needs. That is what they require in the community. Is there shortage of workers in that area, the skills they're looking for? If there is, then yes, you are going to get that work visa. You'll get the opportunity to move to Canada. All right. So once the community has recommended you, then of course they're going to check your language and skills requirement. You must meet the minimum language that is under the CLB, NCLC, and educational requirement, though they are generally lower than other groups. Target sector. The program targets high demand jobs, particularly in industries such as healthcare, that is pharmaceuticals, pharmacy technicians, construction and trade, and the carpenters, plumbers, roofers. So if you are really a carpenter, roofers, a plumber, these are the areas where you can really thrive on your way to Canada. All right, so one of the key areas that you need to concentrate on is the provincial nominee program. So these are often the best route as provinces in Canada, they decide the number of immigrants they want to move to the area as a result of shortage of that skilled labor they're looking for. So here they're only targeting skills that are lacking in that sector, in that area, the location they're in. All right, so they'll choose which skill set they need, which they require. So here they don't look at the age of somebody. And then job offer, that is the LMI. So you have to secure a job in Canada with the labor market impact assessment that provides significant point. Also language proficiency, that is you have to be fluent in that language. So when you score high in your CLB 9 or higher in English or French, can significantly boost your comprehensive ranking system under the CRS program. So those are the main areas that you need to understand. Now, all these things you can do it by yourself. You don't need to pay thousands of dollars just to make this opportunity. Why? Because all this information is available online. If you go on Canada website, the official Canada website, you will find under the RCIP program, you will find that is the rural ICIP program under the Canada section. You'll find all that information. Remember, all they require from you is basically your skills, and of course they don't look at your age, and of course they look at are you willing to live in those rural community. And if you are, what you need to do is just go search for jobs that are available under the RCIP program. If you get the job, apply that job. You apply for a job that you know you have the skills for, because that's what they're looking for. You apply for that job. If you go to, if the employer is happy with your CV and they see you have the skills, then of course you go through an interview with them. If you convince them that you can do the job, then they'll give you an offer letter where they say, hey, you're an employer, congratulations, you got the job. So the employer work now is to tell the government under the IRCC, that is the International Refugees and Canada Citizenship. That is the government in charge of, giving you the work visa, permanent residence, and all this stuff. So they will be told by the employer who is based in Canada that, hey, this is our employee who's supposed to come to our province under the RCIP program. So please, can you facilitate him with the working visa or permanent residency? And of course, in the process, now you, while you're based in your home country, you, once you get the your employer allows you, like we've already recommend you, now you can start applying for your working visa. Of course, the government will give you the working visa based on one thing: the employer has recommended you because you've already secured the job, and now you are on your way to Canada. And that's basically it. So you don't have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars. All this information is available online. If you have any questions, my comment section is available.